Hi guys, it's Vincent, it's Robot Jack, and I'm here to break down 4-1. Yes, 4. And honestly, I love how this movie's so organized. I love how 4 looks so cute in this movie, and looks so fat in Avengers Endgame. Terrible. Got some Easter eggs from other past movies. People coming back to be the next Thor movie. For Love and Thunder. Yes. I'm talking about Jane being female Thor. Easter eggs on that. And there is also loads of Easter eggs in this movie and references to future installments that are going to come later. Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and etc. Yeah. Spoilers if you don't want me to spoil anything. Actually, no. You've had a decade to watch this movie. Or nearly around that time. So why should I give you that? But anyway, yeah. Spoilers ahead if you've not watched 4-1, 4, because you're stupid. Okay, so the first bit of the movie begins with Jane and the crew basically researching. I think they're trying to research because they're researching some coordinate stuff and all that, and then it basically moves from that and goes to the Odin past history and him explaining and all that, and how Asgard is a nice place, right? A nice environment. One Easter egg to point out is that that this scene of the Asgard was also in the Avengers Endgame trailer, where it kind of symbolized that Thor in Avengers Endgame had issues. He had loss from his father, loss from Loki dying in Avengers Infinity War, and his father dying in for Ragnarok. All of that, so he just lost. So it's kind of predicting the Avengers Endgame, and also in this flashback as well, we see, I'm sorry if I say this wrong, Dakota Goyo as a young Thor and Ted Alspress as young Loki, just doing their role as young Thor and young Loki in the flashback scene. And obviously we go to the present day where Thor is about to become king, and something disrupts it. I believe it was a Frost Giant trying to stop it, and then I think Loki was a part of that plan as well, just that he was trying to act on that. And yeah, Thor wants to go to what they call as, let me just get it right. I don't want to get it wrong, but I think it was, let me just honestly get it out, because I don't want to say it wrong, all of you to be annoying me in the comments below. Okay. Hoytheim? I think it's Hoytheim. Please, if you know what it is. In fact, as I said that, I'll put it as a name there as well. So then, yeah. So basically, so they go to that place. They all charge. They go to Heimdall for the past and etc. And they go to that place. And as they go to that place, they make problems. When they go back though, Odin knows about it, and he takes all of Thor's powers away. He says that Thor is unworthy. Thor goes down to Earth, acts crazy. He basically Jane and the others see him and they take him to the hospital. He breaks out the hospital nearly, and then at the end, he's trapped in there. Then obviously Jane and the others all want to go and find him for clues. They find him, they push him over again, but it wasn't on purpose. Then we flash to the part that the whole crew is trying to get that hammer, that because as Thor's powers were taken away from him, the hammer got away from him. Odin threw the hammer on the other side and it landed there. So the whole crew tried to get that hammer out, and as Odin said, whoever is to wield the hammer should be worthy, right? So no one of that is worthy, and we get a Stan Lee cameo in this movie when he says, "Did we do it?" The concept over is epic. It says, "Did it work?" It's really, really good. And then we see Agent Coulson that has an Easter egg from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and also will appear in the Avengers 2012. The only time we see him, I'm thinking this one is through this movie, because every other movie we see a Nick Fury cameo. And at the end of this movie, we'll see a post-credit scene with Nick Fury. Moving on, they go to the restaurant, obviously, for drinks and says for another one. He crashes the car up and all that. Everyone looks back at him for a sec. Then he overhears people talking about, he hears people talking about, right, some, a hammer that in their case, they called it something else, right? They they called it a satellite, and then and another Easter egg, right? In this movie, when there's a character, right, called, let me just get him out. There's a character in this movie called Forgery. Is it Forgery? I think it's Forgery. And his actor, right? Oh, it's Fonzo, and it's Josh Dallas that acts as him. And guess what? He's from a TV series I've watched earlier in the year called Once Upon a Time. You should watch it. It's really interesting. He acts Prince Charming. That's an Easter egg there. Moving on to the next scene though. Loki realizes that he's not human, that he's a frost giant, and we get the backstory of Loki, that he was kidnapped by Odin. Odin's from, I thought, a baby there. He took it and raised him on his own, and that's Loki as we see here. Yeah. So yes, so we move on to Agent Coulson taking Jane's stuff and etc. Then, weirdly enough, Loki talks to Odin in a way that makes Odin die. Is it die? No. Well, it makes him just like never wake up for a while. And like Thor's crew, Lady Sif and the rest, I'm Fondral, yes, I'm Fondral. They all come and they bow down to Loki because at the moment Loki's the only king at the time, right? And the queen's just there beside the king, Odin, obviously. And there's loads of scenes. It leads into Thor nearly being kidnapped in a way, right? And Agent Coulson, Hawkeye has a cameo. This is the only cameo I see until the Avengers of Hawkeye. He says that he wants to shoot Thor. Thor tries to get the hammer. Obviously, he's not worthy at this point, so the hammer doesn't like commune with him. Like, it doesn't communicate with him in a way that he doesn't be able to do that, and the hammer will come to his hand like it does in Avengers Age of Ultron and in every other movie like Avengers Endgame. Moving on, Jane gets some more information on where he's from and etc. And Agent Coulson traps Thor in a room. Loki comes out of nowhere and says that father's dead. Then as Loki leaves the room, he tries to get the hammer, not knowing that Loki's not worthy as well. Moving on to the next scene, where Thor is talking with Jane and all that. Okay, me, I'm talking about the main plot. But yeah, but when Loki was with Thor, he was talking about that place and how there was armies and etc. He also said that mother didn't want him there. I think it was a lie because when Thor arrives back at Asgard, the mom is pleased to see him. So obviously it was a lie from Loki to make him feel more sad. Eric Selvig saves Thor, obviously, and the more time that they have with Thor, the more time that Thor gets nice with them, gets soft. Thor starts dating Jane. Thor is able to get the diary back, and at the end, there's this big battle between Thor and the destroyer, and Thor uses human abilities to try and fight him. He gets knocked down, he's bleeding, and then his powers come back to him. The hammer comes down, and he starts destroying the destroyer. Takes Jane up there to the Bifrost, and then is a big battle between Loki and Thor. By the end of the movie, we see that Loki was probably like the main villain of this movie, and that that Loki wasn't a proper human, he wasn't a brother, and etc. And basically that's basically the whole movie summed out. I want to say a big sponsor to Disney Plus, right? This whole week I've been using Disney Plus to rewatch all these movies from Iron Man 1. I'm still uploading that very soon. This one I'm just doing it now, so let's tick off my list. Tick. And probably I think the next movie afterwards was Avengers, the Avengers, isn't it? So I had to break down the Avengers. So yeah, basically that is it. The post-credit scene is with Eric Selvig and Nick Fury, right? And basically Nick Fury applauds Eric. And one creepy part at the end of this post-credit scene is that thing. Loki is there. I don't think Loki's not there. I think he's there, but he's invisible. That's what makes me make a video of Loki's invisible. And Loki says, I guess it's worth looking at. And yes, that's what Eric Selvig says as well. Obviously, this movie is distributed by Paramount, and obviously it's Marvel Studios movie. And yeah, that is it. Going back to the sponsor of Disney Plus, thank you so much Disney Plus for letting me use you. Really good thing. Only a 7-day free trial. Guess what? Download it. Use the 7-day free trial and watch all of these movies when you have the time. I'm sure in your time when it's 7 o'clock, you'll have time to watch at least 2 Marvel movies, 2 Disney movies. Mate, Marvel movies especially. I'm using that right now to break down every Marvel movie from Iron Man 1 all the way to Spider-Man Far From Home. And because of the coronavirus, probably it'll take time for Black Widow to come out. So by the time I upload Spider-Man Far From Home, I'll still have time to rest before I break down Black Widow and etc. So yeah, use Disney Plus. It's a really good area. It's got everything from Iron Man. It's got Disney to National Geographic. Everything is there. It's got The Simpsons. I hope to break that one day. Everything is right there for you. And honestly, when I'm able to upload Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Captain America, and this one 4 is epic. Yes! And Incredible Hulk. I realized that that's in the MCU, so yeah, I have to break that down. No, don't get angry before I get green. Calm down. Yeah. Download Disney Plus, 7-day free trial, and make sure that you're smart with the free trial. Come on. Thanks so much for watching this video. And the question of today is, what things did you come out of this rewatch with me? This is, as I told you, this is my second time. Yeah, this is my second time I'm rewatching or breaking down a movie. The first time was the animated cartoon movie, Brave Little Toaster. This is Thor. Yes, did it. Yeah. Can't wait to upload it. Every breakdown, every rewatch will be uploaded every Monday from next Monday the 13th, I think. They'll all be uploaded from then, every Monday. Stay with me for every rewatch. And obviously you're hearing this recording for fourth, and the next movie, it should be The Avengers. And I cannot wait. Yes! Fury. And the others, and seeing Maria Hill, if she has grown. I thought some new rock stars to see that.